Welcome to Shorty SuperCoach. How's it going, guys? This is the last one. Last review for the year in what has definitely been the toughest SuperCoach season I can recall. And as you'll see in a moment, it certainly finished off in that fashion. It just gave me a couple of kicks just when I was down already. Just sunk a couple more boots in just for good measure for the last round. But previous times you get so frustrated and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe they were subbed off. How are they going so poorly? I just kind of moved on from it. I'd sort of detached myself. Like I've said previously, I was like, you've already gone out of a few cash leagues, draft. The real goals were already gone, unfortunately. So I was just like, yeah, it's just going to be like that, is it? So I'm very happy to see the back of this season. But by the same token, I'm super pumped for next season. Already thinking about a few players. Thanks heaps for all your contributions as well. This year, all your comments, all the questions on my lives, and even TikTok as well. That's probably been a bit of a new venture over the last year or so. Thanks heaps, whether you've been involved with the channel for a few months, few years, since the very start. I really appreciate it because it's one of my big enjoyments throughout the week. No doubt when it gets towards the end of the year, I am looking forward to a bit of a break. I do enjoy the off season. It's probably only 3 or 4 months, but I like to refresh and recharge and change it up a bit over the summer, not have that structure throughout the week. But through the footy season, I absolutely love it. Particularly the lives, your engagement, the laughs we have, the absolute random stuff we talk is great. So, it keeps me very busy. I enjoy it, and I wouldn't have a channel if it isn't for you guys out there watching and getting involved. So thanks very much. Crazy week of footy as well. How nuts was that finish in the St Kilda Carlton game? Geez, Blues fans would have had an absolute roller coaster of a weekend. That Higgins snap, it was just like, you could tell it was going to bend at some point, but I thought it was either going too high up or leaving its bend too late. And then it just was like, geez, this is going through. And then I was in the mode of, come on, Freo, let's get a 4-goal win or more, because then Geelong will have a home final. But, of course, now we're travelling to Adelaide. But Port, I don't know. I'm not sold on Port, but here they are, second on the ladder. So it's crazy, but nuts finish. And, I certainly enjoyed today's footy. There was a lot of good games. The rest of the round was a bit of a dead rubber. But yeah, let's have a look. There was once again carnage. I don't reckon I would have won a thing over the weekend, and that has not loaded. So we'll have to dart back and have a look at how we did score overall, and we might be able to go through our players here. We'll get a bit of a league, an overall rank, but yeah, as you can see, 2,389, and I don't reckon we would have got a W in anything. I don't think. Wow, 2,700 from DR. Geez, that's impressive. 3-point loss. Oh gosh, that hurts. Yeah, so we're turning out donuts there, but look, what can you do? I mean, Tommy Stewart, obviously more so tactical. I think he was a bit sore, saw him getting a rub down, but what can you do? Off to a great start, Dacos VC, that was fantastic, and the rest of the back line was pretty solid, but of course, no Houston. It was a bit stiff because I planned reasonably well and had coverage across every other line. I could have swung McKercher back if it was Martin or Sinclair or even Dacos who got injured, but Stewart, Houston and Ryan were the only guys I could ill afford to lose, and of course lost one of them, so a bit stiff, but it is what it is. Bont, Butters, Merritt went really well. Thought Green would have gone better. I was only listening to the game, but it sounded like he had a lot of the footy, so I thought it might have been a bit more than a 96. McKercher, he'll be one that I certainly start next year. I think he's going to be unders in his price and one that I'm going to love watching for a long time. So what did Greeny do? He had 37. And kicked a goal. No tackles. What the hell? It's bizarre. 7 clangers. He's an interesting one. He's an interesting one as to whether he's an unders type of guy or just a guy that never quite goes really big. I don't know. I love him, but I'm not sure. Walsh really hit back. Wasn't Heaney a bit of a curveball? Rosie wasn't great, but yeah, we covered Rowell with the Heaney score, and obviously we therefore had to play Dowling, which wasn't ideal. And look, Darcy Jones, that kills you. It's one of those ones that pisses you off a bit. He's scored lots of 80 pluses when he's been there on my bench, and then you really need him, and he turfs out that. But Flanders a fantastic season. Same too with Zorko and Moore. And Jackson had a pretty good game today. I think if he gets a run at it next year as the sole ruckman, depending how they go in the trade table and that type of thing, I still think he's going to be a pretty nice price. But yeah, I don't know if this would have uploaded. Not quite yet. So I'd imagine we'd drop out of the top 10k. In fact, I'm certain of that. So it certainly hasn't been a year that we've been stoked with, or that's reached the highs we would have liked. But it's more so about the content and the banter. And my favourite time with the channel's pre-season, really, when you're just speculating about what could be and breakout contenders and chopping and changing your side. The in-season stuff frustrates me with how similar our teams get, how many trades we get, and I don't know. I don't love the way the format looks overall. I've touched on this quite a bit. I'll again be putting an email into the top dogs just to try and get a couple of changes. But I'll wait for this to upload with the final rankings and finish this one off. Jeez, that took a long time to upload. I was like waiting, and I had a shower, and I got my clothes ready for tomorrow, and I was like, geez, it's nearly 11. Like, come on, you're making me earn it for the last week. I already made my Milo. It's in the fridge. It's like, oh, God, I'll just check it. Sure enough, we've uploaded. I just saw my score, so I didn't look at the rank because you like the live reveal, but I get the sense I might have fallen multiple thousands. Let's see. Okay, only 500 spots, so there you have it. There's your overall rank. Not what we had hoped for, my guys, but these things happen. Like I said off the top of the video, it's hard to remember what I actually said back then, but it's a tough year. It's been a tough year. It's never been harder to be good in the overall rank. Quality thesaurus there, but it's never been tougher to go well with how much coverage there is of it now, and just a bigger knowledge around the game. And like you can see, there's the best part of 180,000 teams all competing. So yeah, we'll reset for next year and we'll try and go better, but it's less about the rank for me. I know that's the goal, but it's more about all the content and banter that comes with it. And it certainly gives me a bit of purpose, added purpose throughout the footy season. So the lives, I did want to touch on the lives. They'll still continue more than they have in the past, but not a locked-in weekly segment. So I'll try and give you guys like a bit of an update or a bit of a forecast as to when I'll be going live. But look, probably it'll just be on Wednesdays occasionally. Like, it won't be this week, but I reckon I'll do the week after. And then I might just go randomly live on TikTok or randomly on YouTube, and we'll have our quiz night that I always do. I'll normally do that around the prelim weeks or the grand final week. I'm not sure, but yeah. So I enjoy the lives, and certainly they don't take any prep work for me. I can just jump on and we can talk whatever. So it makes it a bit easier to just churn out. But yeah, that's about it. Like I said, thanks heaps for all your contributions throughout the year. And we'll be back next year. Normally, the content, I just normally let it, pan itself out. When I'm really feeling it, I'll just start making videos again. But it's normally around mid to late December. Normally. I'd say I normally finish work these days. Holidays go about 22nd of December. So I reckon, we'll get through Christmas and we'll probably have something bobbed up around the new year. But yeah. I'll certainly chat to you throughout. Stay tuned. I'll talk to you later. Cheers.